In the last class, I told you what is division principle. Basically, division principle means life is better if we ignore small differences. So sometimes what happens, let me tell you that a problem will be given to you, a counting problem will be given to you. And if you ignore small difference, okay, then that problem will become easy. You can calculate very easily if you ignore small difference. Okay. So what we try to do, we calculate the easy problem and then we somehow, okay, try to find the hard problem. Okay, because ultimately we have to find the answer for the hard problem. Okay, so remember, sometimes by ignoring the small differences we can get answer, and then we will try to find out the actual answer. Okay, so that is the idea. So this is the idea of division rule. So I told you that, okay, so just ignore the unimportant differences, then you calculate your answer and then you find your actual answer. Okay, so let's try this question. So tell me, what will be your answer? A group of kids at a kids party all leave their shoes at the door, all leave their shoes at the door. Then tell me, how will you find how many kids are there? How to count number of kids? So very simple, that will be count all the shoes and then divide by 2. So remember one thing you notice here in this question, this is our problem, how to count the kids. Just think about it. Let's assume there is a party. Okay, this party is going on and this is the door. Okay, and here some shoes are there. So okay, some shoes are there here. Now let's assume you are standing here. Okay, just think about it. You are standing here and you are thinking this you are thinking how to count the kids. So this problem is very hard, yes or no? Can you see this problem is actually very hard? Okay, because you cannot see how many people are there, how many kids are there in this party, how many kids are there. So this problem is very hard. Now you have to apply your brain. Okay, so it's like you are the Sherlock Holmes or maybe Jasus Vijay or Vyomkesh Bakshi. Okay, so like something. So that's the idea. So you can notice we don't know how many kids are there. So what you can do, this is your actual problem, you want to count the number of kids. So what you can do, this is easy, this is easy. So what I can say, I can count the number of shoes and then I can count. Okay, so let's assume number of shoes is 10, then my actual answer will be 5. Okay, my actual answer will be 5. So this is the idea, count the shoes and then divide by 2. Because remember, my actual question is count the kids. My actual question is not count the shoes, no, my actual question is count the kids. So that will be count the shoes, divide by 2. Now what is k to 1 correspondence? K to 1 correspondence. Okay, so what is this k to 1 correspondence? This k to 1 correspondence, remember this is like 1 to 1 correspondence. So this is a function. First of all, remember this is a function, this is a function, this is a function which is k to 1 and on to, because of this correspondence word. So I can say this is k to 1 function and on to, and on to. Okay, so this should be on to and k to 1. Remember, do you remember the definition of 1 to 1 correspondence? Do you remember the definition of 1 to 1 correspondence? What this is called? This 1 to 1 correspondence, what we call it? This is called bijection. This is called bijection. This is called bijection. And in bijection, what happens? Basically, bijection is 1 to 1 function and on to. Agree? So this is the idea. You can notice 1 to 1 function, 1 to 1 correspondence. That is your bijection. That means 1 to 1 and on to. Okay, so this is a function which is 1 to 1 and on to. And what is k to 1 correspondence? This is k to 1 and on to. Very simple. Okay, so remember k to 1 correspondence, this is like this. So you have a domain, and in this domain, okay, it's like this. For every element here, you have total k elements here. Okay, so for every element you have total k elements. Total how many elements you have here? K. Total how many elements? K. So remember, every element, whatever element you take, that element will have. Okay, so if I take this element, then what will happen? What can I say about this element? So I can say for all elements of codomain, for all elements of codomain, what should happen? Okay, how? Okay, what should be the preimage? K preimages for every element of codomain. For all elements of codomain, there should be k preimages. There should be k preimages of Y. Okay, there should be k pre-images of exactly k pre-images of y. Exactly. So this is the idea. For every element, this would happen. So this is the idea of k-to-1 correspondence. Remember, one-to-one correspondence means bijection, and by one-to-one correspondence, bijection means one-to-one and onto. So k-to-1 correspondence means k-to-1 and onto. So in this, what happens? Every element, if you notice, for every element of codomain, what do you say here in this bijection? In this bijection, what do you say? You say something like this: that every element of codomain has exactly one pre-image. Okay, so for all elements, I can say for all elements y of codomain, I can say it has exactly one pre-image. This y has exactly one pre-image. Has exactly one pre-image. This is the definition of bijection. Right? Agree? So this we have already seen. This is the definition of bijection. For every element in the codomain, okay, every element, whatever element you take, that element has exactly one pre-image. So this is the idea. Now, so this is the definition you can clearly see. Okay, k-to-1 correspondence. So that is a onto mapping in which every object of codomain, okay, has exactly k pre-images. So tell me, can I say this is a k-to-1 correspondence? Just think about it. Can I say this is k-to-1 correspondence? Can I say this is k? Can I say this is 2-to-1 correspondence? Can I say this G? Can I call it 2-to-1 correspondence? 2-to-1 correspondence. Can I say G is 2-to-1 correspondence? You can notice every element has two pre-image. Every element has two pre-image. So what is the problem? Yes, this is not even a function. That is the correct answer. This G is not even a function. Not even a function. Okay. So remember, I told you this correspondence, this is a function. This is a function. It should be a function. It should be a function. Okay. So this bijection is a function. 1-to-1 is a function. K-to-1 is a function. These things are function. So this G is not even a function. And so I can say this is a not 2-to-1 correspondence. This is not a 2-to-1 correspondence. So, okay, so don't make this mistake. This is not even a function. So this is the idea. Okay, remember k-to-1 correspondence is something like this. So this 1-to-1 correspondence looks like this. If you notice, this 1-to-1 correspondence. This 1-to-1 correspondence looks like this. It is a function where every element of codomain has exactly one pre-image. Every element of codomain has exactly one pre-image. Every element of codomain has exactly one pre-image, but it should be a function. It should be a function. Every element of codomain has exactly one pre-image. Okay. Similarly, what is your k-to-1 correspondence? What is your k-to-1 correspondence? It is something. It is like this, that every element has k pre-images. Total there are k pre-images. Okay, so I can say this has k elements. Okay, so every element, whatever element you take, every element is going to have something like this. Okay, every element is going to have something like this. So this is clear. Is this clear? Why this is not a function? Why this G is not a function? Why this G is not a function? Because you can notice this element B has two maps. Remember, in a function, every element should have exactly one mapping. Every element of domain should have exactly one mapping. But here you can notice B is related to 1, 2. B is mapping to 1, 2. So that is the reason G is not a function. This is the simple definition of function. We have already seen in the function chapter. What is a function? What is injective function, surjective function, 1-to-1 correspondence, bijection, all these things. Okay, so you tell me, if you have this set A, this set B, then what can you say about their cardinality? What can you say about their cardinality? Set A cardinality is equal to set B cardinality. And what can you say about their cardinality here? Set A, set B. Think and tell me. What can you say about their cardinality here? So what can I say? That what is the cardinality of A? Cardinality of that A, that will be K multiplied by cardinality of B. Okay, so very simple, because every element here has K elements here, every element here has K elements here. Okay, and you can notice they are disjoint, like they cannot have, so they are disjoint because this is K to 1 correspondence. So this is a onto and K to 1 function. So I can say the cardinality of A will be K multiplied by cardinality of B, or I can say cardinality of B will be equal to cardinality of A divided by K. Okay, so that is the idea. Very simple. Yes or no? This K to 1 correspondence, is this clear? K to 1 correspondence, like let me give you example of 2 to 1 correspondence. 2 to 1 correspondence is something like this. For example, A, B, C, D, and let's assume you have 1, 2. Then this is your 2 to 1 correspondence. This type of thing is called, this is your 2 to 1 correspondence. Okay, this is your 2 to 1 correspondence. Like another example of 2 to 1 correspondence you can take, like legs and human, number of humans. Okay, so you can clearly see that, okay, every human, okay, let's assume that every human has 2 legs. So you can notice every human has 2 legs. So this type of example, this is another example of 2 to 1 correspondence. Okay, one example we have already seen in the last class. Like this ordering. Okay, like this ordered pairs. Can I take example of ordered pairs? Like, okay, so like these two, for example, if I have ordered pairs where they are different elements. Okay, so for example 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so they can map, they are, so something like this type of, okay, so this type of correspondence. So this is basically the example of 2 to 1 correspondence. Now let's move on, let's solve this question. Tell me the answer. A is set of students, B is set of tutorials, F is a assignment, F is a function, F is assignment, okay, of students to tutorials, F is a function of students to tutorials. 12 students are assigned to every tutorial. Remember, F is a function. Okay, so F is a function. Now assigned to every tutorial. Then the division rule says that there are 12 times students. Correct? Yes or no? There are 12 times as many students as tutorials. Very simple. Now let's see this question. This is very interesting application of division rule. One application we have seen, one question of division rule we have seen in the last class. Okay, where we were having like yes and no favor. Okay, who is in the favor of yes, who is in the favor of no, and then finally we were okay, we counted the number of this split, how many split are possible. Okay, so that we have already seen. So now let's see this one. Let's see this example. This is a very popular example for division rule. So this is saying that in how many ways can we place two identical rooks on a 8x8 chessboard so that they occupy different rows and different columns. Rook is basically your elephant in a chess. This rook is basically your elephant, and this is saying identical means two black rooks, I can say. Okay, so two identical means two black or maybe two white. Identical means same. This word identical, this means same, exactly same. Okay, so now tell me what will be the answer. In this question, what we want to do, we want to put identical rooks, same rooks, we have two same rooks on a 8x8 chessboard such that they do not, they are in different rows and they are in different columns. They are in different rows and they are in different columns. Now in this question, when you read this question, let me tell you what will come to your mind. Okay, it will come to your mind that if they were different, this problem is very simple. See, if they were different, life would be so good if they were different. If they were different, life would be so good. Just think about it. If they were different, okay, if they were different, then what would be the answer? If they were different, then the answer is very simple. If they are different, okay, because you have this 8 by 8 chessboard, you have this 8 by 8 chessboard you have, okay, so this is your chessboard, so something like this, and we are saying that they are different. So you can notice for the first rook means you have this red this black rook and white rook, they are different. It means let's assume you have this black rook and this white rook, okay, so you have this black rook and white rook. Now tell me, for this black rook how many choices we have? For this black rook how many choices we have? There are 64 choices, you can put it anywhere, okay, so there are 64 choices for the black rook. Once you have done this, okay, we have to put black rook and we have to put white rook, okay, so there are 64 choices for black rook, okay. Now wherever I put it, for example, if I put it here, wherever I put it, now the another rook I cannot put here and here, these things are gone. I cannot put the another rook here and here, but because they should have different rows and different columns. So how many choices for white rook? We cannot put here, we cannot put here. So for this 64 minus 15, 64 minus 15 choices, right? So wherever you put, it does not matter where you put, okay. So the I can say that 64 minus 15 choices for this white rook. For this white rook we have, yes or no? So these many choices, and how many choices? What is this? 64 minus 15, I think that is 49. 7 by 7, basically 7 by 7. Okay, once you remove this and once you remove this, then you get a 7 by 7 chessboard. Okay, so there are 54 choices for. So finally, for this question, life is so good if they are different rooks. Yes or no? If they are different rooks, then what is the answer? For different rooks, finally answer. If they are different rooks, then answer will be 64 into 49. This will be the answer. So for example, let's assume you have a 4 by 4 chessboard you have. Okay, just let's assume if I put something here. Now I cannot put anything here, I cannot put anything here. How many choices positions are available? Tell me. Total positions are there 4 into 4, that is 16. Now I cannot put here and here. See, if I put the black rook, if I put the black rook here, now I cannot put here, now I cannot put here. These are gone. So how many remaining positions? Tell me the remaining positions. Anyone want to tell me the remaining positions? That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The remaining positions will be 9, because that is 16 minus how many positions are gone? 7 positions are gone. So you can notice that will be 9. Is it clear? Because basically now 3 by 3 chessboard. The remaining is your 3 by 3 chessboard. The remaining is your 3 by 3 chessboard. Is this clear? Okay, so anyway, you can notice that for black rook, I can put it anywhere. There are 64 choices for the black rook. Once I have put the black rook, now for white rook, we have 49 choices. So finally, answer will be 64 into 49. Very simple. Very simple. But if they are different rooks, because what is the problem? See, if they are different rooks and identical rooks, what is the difference? When you have different rooks and identical rooks, what is the like change? What is the change will happen? Here you have different rooks, here you have identical rooks. Then what change will happen? Now let me tell you the change. This change will happen. See, you can notice that these two are different. For example, if I put white here and if I put black here, if I put white here, if I put black here, this is not same as this. Both are different, correct? If I put black here, white here. Agree? Yes or no? So you can notice when you have different rooks, then these two cases are different. Here you are putting white here, black here. Here you are putting black here, white here. So definitely these are two different cases because they are different rooks, black comma white. So these two cases are different. But These two cases are same here. Yes or no? These two cases are same here when you have identical rooks. So very simple. Is this clear to everyone? When you have identical rooks, then only this you can create. Like because you have identical rook like white comma white. Now you cannot create two cases. Like you cannot swap them. These two you cannot swap. So is this difference clear to everyone? Okay. So very simple. So this is the idea that if you have different rooks, you got the answer. But the actual question is same rooks. This is the actual question. Now what should I do? This is the actual question. So tell me, what should I do? We know the answer for this. When you have different rooks, you know the answer for this. Okay. So you know the answer when you have different rooks. When you have different rooks, this is your easy problem. This is your easy. This is very easy for you. Okay. When you have different rooks, the answer will be 64 into 49. These many ways when you have different rooks. This is very easy for you. But what is actually asking? What the question is actually asking? It is actually asking when you have identical rooks. Okay, so then how many? This is what question asking. So you can notice this answer you already know, and what you can do, you can create a 2 to 1 correspondence. You can create a 2 to 1 correspondence. What will happen? See these type of cases, and like these two cases you can notice. Okay, like white comma black, this case and this case, these two cases are different here, black white. But you can notice these two cases will be same here because you have identical rooks. So these two cases will be same here. In this situation, these two cases will be same, white white. So finally I can say what you are getting. You can notice for everything, whatever you create here, for example, if I create w, then for this how many pre-images will be there? For this how many pre-images? There will be 2 pre-images. You can notice. Okay, so for this there will be 2 pre-images here. One pre-image will have w black, something like this. Another pre-image will have black w, something like this. Okay, so this is the idea. So finally I have 2 to 1 correspondence, and now I can find the answer for identical rooks. So what will be the answer? The answer for identical rooks, that will be your answer for different rooks, divided by 2. This will be your answer. Okay, is this clear? I want to explain what is division rule. Is this explanation of division rule clear? Like what is happening? Because I told you, remember, life is much better if you have different rooks. You can very easily get the answer if you have different rooks, but because of identical rooks there is some problem happening. So we can what we can do, we can calculate the answer for different rooks, and then we can create a 2 to 1 correspondence. We know that these two things, they will be same here, or I can say that this will have 2 pre-images. Okay, let's move on. Let's see another question. How many subsets of exactly 2 elements are there? How many subsets of exactly 2 elements? How many subsets of exactly 2 elements are there? So you can notice one thing. In a subset, order matters or not? In a subset, tell me, order matters or not? If I ask you, okay, if I ask you how many ordered pairs, then the answer is very simple. If I ask you how many ordered pairs, see, if I ask you how many ordered pairs of exactly 2 elements, how many ordered pairs of exactly 2 elements? Exactly 2 elements means I can say exactly 2 different elements. Now the answer is very simple. So tell me what will be the answer? If I ask you this, means ordered pairs. Now the answer is very simple, because you want ordered pairs. This is what you want, ordered pairs. Okay, so here order will matter. So for the first there are n choices, and for here there are n minus 1 choices. How many ordered pairs of exactly 2 different elements? Ordered pairs of different elements I am asking. How many ordered pairs of different elements you have? So the answer will be what? that will be n into n minus 1. Correct? Very simple, extremely simple. Yes or no? Students who are using NC2 and all these things, you are not understanding division principle. This permutation combination we did not study so far. Don't use permutation combination. Use the division principle, product rule, summation rule, basic rules. If you understand the basic rules, then you understand everything in the combinatorics. Again, I am telling you, this permutation combination, these are just fancy words for product rule, division rule. Permutation is product rule, combination is division rule. These are just fancy names. Okay, so let's understand the division rule. This is our motto, this is our target. Understand the division rule. So you can notice this is our actual question. The question is asking how many subsets of exactly two elements are there. But you can notice that if the question is like this, ordered pairs of two different elements, then the answer is very simple, yes or no? For this question, you can easily get the answer. That will be n into n minus 1. Okay, for the first element, you have n choices. And for the second element, you have n minus 1 choices. Agree or not? Is this clear? Now tell me what you can see. Now we want subsets. So basically we want these type of things. We want these type of things like 1, 2. Okay, so these type of things we want to. Are these two things same? Are these two things same? 1, 2, 2, 1. Yes, these two things are same because you know set. So these two things are same. So these type of things we want, like for example 3, 4, for example 2, 3. These type of things we want. This is what we want. This is what we want. But what we have? See, this is what we want. But what we have? We have these type of things like 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 4, 4, 3. These type of things we have. So what we can do, this answer we already know. This is easy. That is n into n minus 1. This answer you already know. This is easy. This is easy. And this is actual. This is what is your actual question. Okay. So what you can do to find the answer, very simple. These two things you can think as same. These two things you can think as like this. So every element has two preimages. What is the preimage of 2, 3? That will be like this. These will be the preimages of 2, 3. Is it clear? So finally, what we have? So finally, how many subsets of elements? How many subsets of two elements you can create? That will be n minus 1 by 2. Because you are getting a 2 to 1. You are getting a 2 to 1 correspondence. Any doubt here? Here we have different elements. So these ordered pairs of exactly two different elements. So don't count these type of thing. Different elements I am asking. Different elements like this type of ordered pairs I am asking. 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2. These type of things I am asking. Anyone has any doubt? Is there any doubt in this question? So you can notice if I ask you ordered pairs, you can very easily find. If I ask you ordered pairs, but if I ask you how many subsets are there, then you can find using division rule. You can just apply the division rule and you can find, because you can notice this 1, 2, this will map to this. Okay, these two they will map to this. These two they will map to this. So finally answer will be n minus 1 by 2. This is your actual answer. This is the actual answer. Let's see this question. How many subsets of exactly 3 elements we have? How many subsets of exactly 3 elements do we have? Exactly 3 elements. So this type of subset I want 1, 2, 3. So this subset has exactly 3 elements. So tell me, if I want, then how many preimages will be there? How many preimages will be there? Now you can notice if I ask you how many triples, if I ask you how many triples of exactly 3 different elements, if I ask you this question, the life is very easy. If I ask you this question, the life is very easy. Yes or no? A, B, C, they are different. A is not equal to B, B is not equal to C, C is not equal to A. So you can notice. So if I ask you how many triples, how many ordered triples, how many ordered triples of three different elements. Now life is very easy. Okay, for this you have n choice. Life is very good now. Okay, for this n minus 1 choice, for this n minus 2 choice. So you can notice very simple life. Okay, your life is very good if I ask you order triples. But if I ask you subset of three elements, now life is little bit hard. So what we can do, very simple. Remember this, I can the pre-image of this, that will be 1 2 3 1 3 2 2 1 3 2 3 1 3 1 2 3 2 1. So can you notice that how many pre-images will be there for this element? For this element, these will be the pre-images. For this element, these will be the pre-images. So basically, this is what is easy thing. This is your easy. Easy means ordered triples. This is your ordered triples. Okay, of different elements. So how many ordered triples of different elements? So you know how many ordered triples of different elements you have, that is n into n minus 1 multiplied by n minus 2. This is your ordered triples of different elements. But this is actual thing. The question is asking how many subsets you can create. Okay, so the question is asking how many subsets you can create. Actually is subset. How many subsets of size 3? So you can notice that this is a, okay, this will have total 6 pre-images. There will be total 6 pre-images will be there. Okay, so this is a 6 to 1. I can say this is a 6 to 1 correspondence. This is a 6 to 1 correspondence. Agree? So because this is a 6 to 1 correspondence, so number of subsets of size 3, what that will be? Number of subsets of size 3, that will be n into n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 6. This will be your answer. Okay, anyone has any doubt in this? Is there any doubt? Did you understand division rule, division principle? Did you understand division principle? Can you say that you understood division principle? Okay, so actually here, okay, another example, let's see, that is how many linear orders, how many linear orders of 6 elements are there? So tell me, how many linear orders of 6 elements? Means these 6 elements, I want to put them in a linear order. Please don't say 6 factorial and all. We have not studied 6 factorial. Please apply product rule. This factorial and all these things, these are the fancy words. The basic things are product rule, summation rule, division rule. Apply them. Become expert in product rule, division rule. If you become expert in that, you will become expert in anything. So that is the reason I want you to become expert in the basic fundamental concepts. Okay, so how many linear orders of 6 elements are there? The answer is very simple. Basically, you want to create linear order of 6 elements. Okay, so 6 elements you want to put in a linear order. Then for the first element, how many choices we have? For the first element, we have 6 choices. You can put any of them. You can put any of them. You can put any of them. Now, once you put one of them, then how many choices? For example, let me put D. Now 5 choices only. Now only 5 choices we have. Okay, so let me put A. Now only 4 choices, 3 choices, 2 choices, 1 choice. So the answer will be 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, this is your answer. And this is known as 6 factorial. After some time, we will see this thing is called 6 factorial. This thing is called 6 factorial. After some time, we will see. Now let's see this question. And this question is, how many linear orders you have of 6 elements such that A comes before B? Not necessarily immediately, means A should come before B. Means if A is there, B, okay, B should be after somewhere. Okay, this type of situation should happen. This type of situation should happen. B should not come. Remember, B should not come before A. This should not happen. This is should happen. Can you think about division rule? How many linear orders of 6 elements such that A comes before B? This is the condition. A should come before B. A must come before B. Okay. Now let me tell you, if this condition is not there, life is good. Can I say life is good if condition is not there? So life is good if condition is not there. If this condition is not there, then I can say life is good. Okay. So I can say life is good, or I can say easy when this condition is not there. Means simple things, okay, are there. Okay, easy without condition. Without this AB condition. Without this AB condition. So you can notice without this AB condition, life is very good, and the answer will be 6 factorial. You know, you already know this. Okay, very simple. Okay, so you can sleep peacefully. The answer, the life is very good. A, B, C, D, E, F. This is also okay there. And for example, B, C, A, or maybe okay, B, A, C, D, E, F. Like this, there are many things. For example, maybe A, C, D, B, E, F, B, C, D, A, E, F. So something like this. Okay, anyway, now let's move on. So life is very good if you don't have this condition. Without this condition, life is very good. Now, because of this condition, what is happening? Now just understand, because of this condition, what is happening? See, okay, the one thing you will notice in all the examples, what is happening? First, we are seeing life would be good. Okay, for example, here, life is good when I ask you order triples, right? Yes or no? So life is very good if I ask you order triples, then life is very good. Now what you are thinking? You are thinking, because of this condition, because of this subset condition, what will change? Because of this subset condition, what will change? Similarly here, in this example, in this previous example, in this rook example, if you have different rooks, then life is very good. But because of this identical rooks, what will change? So this is my question here also. So you can notice that if without this condition, this is happening. But with this condition, what is changing? With this condition, what will change? With this condition, this will happen. See, this will happen with condition. With this condition, can you have this? Can you have this here? Tell me, this arrangement can you have here? Can you have here? No, because remember, A should come before B. A should come before B. So this arrangement we cannot have here. For example, I cannot have this. This I cannot have with condition, because A should be before B. So with condition, this is fine. For example, this I can have A, B, C, D, E, F. This I can have, but I cannot have this. Okay, so idea is like this. What do? You map these two here. See, just understand what I'm doing. Basically, I am saying that just think about it and tell me. Just think about it and tell me. The remaining people, they don't have any condition. Now, just assume that I tell you that on this position, comma, on this position, A, comma, B are there. I don't know where A is there, where B is there. I don't know. Okay, I'm just telling you on this position, A, comma, B are there. Now, with condition, what will happen? Tell me, with condition, what will happen? A will be here, B will be here, with condition. And without condition, what will happen? These two things will happen. So you can notice without condition, these two things will happen. And with condition, this one thing will happen. Are you getting my point? So whatever you take, with condition, whatever you take, you will have two pre-images. Whatever you take with condition, whatever answer you take. For example, if you take like this, B, F, for example, if you take like this, E, F, C, okay, then maybe A, then A, B, and what A, B, C, D. Yeah. So with condition, whatever you take, you will have two pre-images. Yes, agree or not? Is this clear to everyone? Tell me. So with condition, whatever you take, there will be two pre-images of this. Because with condition, so because if I give you this, like with condition, if I give you this, with the condition, this is your condition. Your condition is this. This is your condition. Okay. So this is your condition. This thing is your condition. Now, with condition, if I tell you these special two positions I am giving you, okay. So now I am telling you that these two positions are for A, B. Okay, yes or no? I am telling you these two conditions are for A, B. This is what I am telling you. I am telling you these red positions, these are for A, B. Now with condition, what will you say? I know that these two positions are for A, B. Okay, these two positions are for A, B. They are for A, B. So what will happen? You know the guarantee. You can give guarantee that with condition you will get this. Let's assume, okay. So let's assume E, F, whatever, E, F, C, D. Okay. So with condition you can say, with this condition you will get two things. You will get E, F, C, A, D, B. Only this you will get with condition. And without condition you will get two things. And without condition you will get two things. And without this condition, if I don't give you this condition, then you will get two things. What are those? E, F, C, A, D, B, E, F, C, B, D, A. So these two things you will get without condition, and only this you will get with condition. So finally, what I am saying that you can create a 2 by 1. You can just check it out. This will be your 2 by 1. What will be this? This will be 2 by 1 correspondence. Can you see? Yes or no? This will be your 2 by 1 correspondence. So finally, answer is what? So finally, what will be the answer? That will be 6 factorial divided by 2. What is subsequence? Let's understand. You have a string. From this string, you can delete 0 or more elements. You can delete. Okay. For example, from this string, if I delete this and this, then what will I get? Then I will get ACD. So I can say ACD is a subsequence. From this string, if I delete this, then I will get ACD, which is a subsequence. But can I get AEC? If I delete from this, if I delete some elements, can I get AEC? No, I cannot get AEC. So this is the idea of subsequence. Subsequence means you can delete some elements. For example, if I delete these elements, then I will get A. Okay, if I delete these elements, I will get A. This is a subsequence. If I delete these elements, I will get B. If I delete these elements, I will get C. If I delete these elements, I will get D. Similarly, if I delete these elements, AB. If I delete these elements, then AC. If I delete these elements, then AD. If I delete these elements, then BC. And if I delete these elements, then BD. So very simple. If I delete this element, ABC. If I delete this element, ABD. If I delete this element, ACD. And if I don't delete anything, then ABCD. If I don't delete. So this is the idea of subsequence. Subsequence, remember. So in the subsequence, like you can never get, okay, so these are the subsequences. Remember, this is not a subsequence. For example, this DC is not a subsequence. Okay, for example, this BDC is not a subsequence. Okay, for example, this CAB, this is not a subsequence. So original, yes, original order should be there. Original order should be there. So this is the definition. Read the definition. Read the definition. A subsequence of a string is a new string that is created from original string by deleting 0 or more elements without disturbing the relative positions of the remaining elements. Without disturbing the relative positions of the remaining characters. This is the definition of a subsequence. Okay, like for example, you can notice cop is a subsequence in computer, prom is a subsequence in programmer, ping is a subsequence in programming, and string is a subsequence in substring. Now let's see the difference between subsequence and substring. What is substring? Substring is a consecutive subsequence. I can say substring is a consecutive. It is a consecutive subsequence. It is a consecutive subsequence. What it means? So if I give you, for example, A, B, C, D, let's assume I give you this string. Okay, I give you this string W. Then tell me, I'm giving you which is a which is subsequence, which is substring. First, AC. What can you say about AC? What can you say about AC? AC is subsequence, but not substring. See, AC is subsequence because if you delete these two, you will get AC. You will get AC. So this is subsequence, but this is not substring. This is not substring. Substring means consecutive. For example, this is a substring. Okay, BC. This is a substring. And every substring is a subsequence. So this is subsequence also. What about CB? What about this? CB. This is neither substring. Can I say this is substring? Substring is a consecutive subsequence. This is not even a subsequence. This is not even a subsequence. This is neither subsequence nor is substring. Okay, is this clear? So can you create substrings? See, these are the subsequences. You can notice. So tell me the substrings. So you can notice that yes, all of them are substrings, and AB is a substring. AC is not a substring. So this AC you can remove. Basically, this AC you can remove. AD you can remove. BC is a substring. BD you can remove. And next, ABC is substring. ABD is not substring. ACD is not substring. So this is the idea. Okay, is this clear? What is substring? What is subsequence? Subsequence basically means order must be same. In a subsequence, okay, it is like order must be same, like this COP. So remember, in this question, can you notice in this previous question, basically what I am saying, A comes before B. What I am saying basically, tell me what I am saying here, A comes before B. It simply means what? Not necessarily immediately. It simply means this is a subsequence. It means AB is a subsequence. It simply means AB is a subsequence. So basically it means AB must be a subsequence. It means this AB must be a subsequence. It simply means A comes before B, not necessarily immediately. So it means this is a subsequence. Okay, now let's come back to this question again. And now you tell me A comes before B and B comes before C. So basically we want subsequence ABC. Now what will you do? We want subsequence ABC. Yes, now because you have these 6 elements A, B, C, D, E, F, and just think about it. If I give you these 6 positions, and if I already put the remaining things, for example, let me put E, F, D. Let me put E, F, D. Now tell me, can you guarantee that there is a fixed order? Can you guarantee that there is a fixed string you will get? Can you guarantee that there will be a fixed string? You will get a fixed string. Can you guarantee? Yes, unique string you will guarantee. You can get, because we want ABC subsequence. This is what we want. You want ABC subsequence. This is what you want. So you can guarantee that for this situation, you will get a unique string you will get. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Now you can notice the 6 strings that you can create here. Here you can create total 6 strings without condition. Without condition, you can create 6 strings. Yes or no? Without condition, you can create total 6 strings you can create without condition. So there will be 6 strings. There will be 6 strings here. So without condition, there will be 6 strings. And with condition, there will be a unique string. This unique string you will get. So finally, what can I say? I can say answer will be, if you want ABC subsequence, okay, so I can say this ABC subsequence, then answer will be how many strings with ABC subsequence? So number of orders with ABC subsequence, with ABC subsequence, and that will be 6 factorial divided by 6, or I can say that will be 3 factorial. Okay, 6 basically means 3 factorial. Okay, clear? So far, did you understand? Did you understand the core of division principle? Did you understand the core of division principle? Let me tell you that this division principle is the base, but without division principle also we can solve all the previous questions. Okay, mostly we will not use, remember, mostly division principle is not used directly, but in the form of combination, but in the form of other concepts, there is a concept combination, there is this concept combination, we have a concept called combination. Okay, so in the form of combination this is used. Okay, anyway, I will tell you what is combination, permutation, combination. So that combination is basically nothing but your division principle. That combination is a fancy word for division principle. This is just a fancy word. This is just a good looking word for this division principle.